With so many different cultures and religions, all living side by side.
Hi friends, Gianni Bravo is back. So, today I just find a great video and talk about Indonesia, when the empire of Indonesia born, and so also it's interesting. I think very interesting to see this video. I just find in YouTube many friends ask me to talk about culture, this and that, but I need just in my in my journey just to understand a little bit. I think this this video helped me, and I'm happy to share with my friends. So, thank you to all my friends, particularly, like always, to my special friends, Alipers. And let's go to see. And we talk a little, around, and we can see.
Southeast Asia is one of the most diverse places on the planet. With so many different cultures and religions, all living side by side. And I'm an example of just that. My name is Peter Lee. I'm a Singaporean scholar of Peranakan descent, Chinese with a dash of Malay blood.
I celebrate being mixed up. It's right in my DNA.
My passion is collecting artifacts that offer a fresh narrative.
It's a European fairy tale, but it is depicted on a batik from Indonesia. How wonderful is that?
I'm setting off on a new journey, traveling further back in time.
Oh my God, we see this everywhere in Southeast Asia.
To explore how the region's mighty empires have shaped our collective identity.
This is a gold mine. No culture exists in isolation.
In this episode, I'm traveling to Indonesia to learn about the 700-year-old empire that once dominated these islands. They built a trading empire so vast that it stretched across much of the spice route. I'm probing the secrets of how it grew into one of Southeast Asia's greatest powers, and how its legacy lives on today.
Really nice. He make a great job. Really professionally, really. It's a great person, this Mr. Lee. Thank you.
The world's largest island state of Indonesia is an archipelago of over 17,000 islands, more than 6 religions and 300 different ethnicities, all once unified by the Majapahit Empire.
Pada 9 Mei
To find out how it all comes together as one nation today, I'm in a 4th grade civics education class.
My name is Peter Lee. I'm from Singapore. You all know where Singapore is? Yes? All know, yeah. Singapore is a small island and Indonesia is so big. And we have only 4 main races. So today I want to learn a little bit more about Indonesia. Can you tell me where your family is from? Ada dari Jawa? Dari Jawa Timur, Jaktim, Sulawesi Selatan, Jawa Barat, Sunda. Ya, Sunda. Chinese.
We think we're a melting pot in Singapore, but right here, I've just found over 10 ethnicities. I want to find out how their teacher, Neni Herawati, bridges these differences.
Anak-anak di sekolah itu kan mereka berbeda-beda suku bangsa. Ini pun tidak menjadi hambatan untuk mereka bisa berjalan seiring bersama-sama. Kita akan belajar tentang indahnya kebersamaan. Indahnya kebersamaan itu artinya apa coba?
Saling menghargai.
Saling menghargai. Ya, berarti boleh Audi.
Tidak memiliki bersama.
Negara kita itu adalah negara yang terdiri dari berbagai pulau, ya. Maka walaupun berbeda-beda suku bangsa, kita tetap berpedoman kepada semboyan negara kita apa? Artinya beda-beda tetapi tetap satu.
Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, or Unity in Diversity, is Indonesia's national motto. But where did this phrase come from? And why?
Nice. You know? Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. You know? Unity in diversity. Very, very, very nice.
What's the story behind this call to unity?
Ini naskah Sutasoma, naskah tertua yang dimiliki Perpustakaan Nasional. Perkiraan waktu penulisan di masa kejayaan Majapahit.
Wow.
Yudi Irawan is showing me the Sutta Soma, a 700-year-old poem written on dried palm leaves.
I've handled so many ancient and archaic materials, but I've never handled anything of such great national importance.
Teks Sutasoma ini menceritakan tentang pengembaraan Pangeran Sutasoma. Dalam pengembaraan itu, dia melihat berbagai hal gitu.
Sutta Soma was an Indian prince with no interest in ruling, so he left his kingdom to travel. One story records a clash between religions. A wicked king called Purushada lived off the flesh of his subjects. To help them, Buddha reincarnate Prince Sutta Soma offered his own body. But this offended Purushada, who called on Lord Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction, to kill Sutta Soma. The Buddha and Lord Shiva battled, but both were equally strong. The battle continued until priests told them to stop fighting. Because although they looked different, in reality, they were one.
Bhinneka Tunggal Ika.
So this is the famous Bhinneka Tunggal Ika.
Yes.
Nice. Nice moment. Great. Beautiful.
That's wonderful.
It's a parable of religious harmony during the 200-year rule of the Majapahit that stood for how Buddhism and Hinduism were often practiced side by side. An idea of acceptance that continues to have resonance today. The Majapahit is said to have been the first kingdom to unite the diverse archipelago. To understand how it flourished, I'm starting at the very beginning.
Beautiful. I want to say thank you, Mr. Lee, to explain.
In 1289, an envoy from the Mongol Emperor Kublai Khan landed in Java to demand allegiance. But King Kertanagara sent them packing by mutilating their faces. In retaliation, Kublai Khan sent a mighty fleet of 1,000 ships and 20,000 men to unseat the Javanese king. But when they landed in Java 3 years later, King Kertanagara had been assassinated, and in his place was a different king. A prince called Raden Wijaya saw his chance. He offered to help the Mongols overthrow the new king and swear allegiance to the great Khan. Together, they attacked. And captured the king. But then, Raden Wijaya turned on his allies with a surprise attack. And the Mongols fled, never to return. In 1294, Raden Wijaya became the first king of the Majapahit and built his capital in the hinterlands of Java, in the city of Trowulan.
Centuries ago, this was one of its most important gateways. Split gates such as these were built to impress and intimidate, and I can really feel that standing here.
You really make a great job.
I want to see what else is left of the Majapahit Empire. The people of Majapahit worshipped in places like these, called chandis. They were usually either Hindu or Buddhist temples, but people often visited both. This one was rediscovered in 1905.
Umpama waktu itu Belanda tidak peduli dengan Candi Dermo, kemungkinan sudah roboh, sudah rata dengan tanah. Pada umumnya di Jawa Timur, sebagian besar candi-candi adalah terbuat dari bata. Ini bata asli. Kemudian yang bagian atas ini bata baru. Jadi pemasangannya.
Sumarianto heads a local effort to restore.
An amazing view up here. Bagus sekali. The design is based on surviving remnants of the bricks on one side. There are even some carved bricks that have survived. They're just going to leave this like this. So you can clearly see what's original and what has been replaced.
But there's still plenty left to be done, and I want to help.
Kasih air dulu, air basah. Lalu kita ratakan bagian yang.
So I'm trying to do this carefully because I don't want to waste their precious bricks. Wah, jauh.
Iya.
The next step is to grind the bricks down.
Look at how wonderfully and perfectly aligned these bricks are. So this new one on the top has to be ground until the cemetery here, there's a mosque, there's just a school on the other side. This is really part of the neighborhood. I just love the way this is so integrated. Cemetery here, there's a mosque, there's just a school on the other side. This is really part of the neighborhood. I just love the way this is so integrated. It's one of the most beautiful things to experience.
Majapahit's religious tolerance resulted in peace throughout the kingdom. But it was geography, its position on the island of Java between India and China, that saw the Majapahit grow into a trading power. I've been allowed access to a dig site in the old capital that can provide evidence of just how wealthy the empire once was.
Situs ini dikenal dengan nama situs Grogol. Itu yang batu-batu itu sisa-sisa lantai. Apa namanya, kalau yang bata merah ini kemungkinan pembatas-pembatas ruangan.
Yusmaini Eryawati and her team have uncovered the base of a house with 700-year-old artifacts.
Just brush away the soil.
Sedikit-sedikit ya, biar dia tampak sendiri.
This is a very precious old part of some ceramic pot.
Daunnya itu, daun lotus. Nah, di sini kelihatan bahwa ini bagian dari vas bunga yang besar. Nah, ini salah satu hiasannya.
It's actually very beautifully rendered. And, you know, it's more typical to see a lotus flower, not the leaf. This is very beautiful.
The team have made a variety of finds that tell an exciting story of the empire's reach.
Kita umumnya di trawulan ini kita ketemu 3 asal keramik. Ini keramik Thailand dari Sukhothai. Sukhothai itu hiasannya biasanya umumnya tuh gambar ikan. Kalau misalnya dia berwarna merah, ini dari Vietnam. Memang yang paling dominan keramik-keramik Cina, dari Loncuan, dari Cindengchen, dari Fujian, Dehua, dari Guangdong.
I'm blown away by how cosmopolitan the Majapahit were. Religious and ethnic tolerance, combined with its strategic location, were the building blocks for an empire. But the secret to its wealth was born from the island's treacherous terrain. I'm in Java, exploring how the Majapahit grew into an empire.
Nice job. Just to understand a little bit, I know the history around Indonesia is so big, but this piece of history I really enjoy.
Just look at this, the quiet majesty of rice fields and volcanoes.
This island is part of what geologists call the Ring of Fire.
Of the 130 active volcanoes in Indonesia, the largest cluster exists here in Java. So the people have lived here for centuries on that very fine line between sublime beauty and utter destruction.
It was this particular geography that gave the Majapahit a great advantage. I'm helping Daso Widodo, a third-generation farmer from Karang Pandan, Central Java, plant vegetables.
Ini tomat. Tomat. Ini cabai merah.
Ini begini.
Ya, betul dibuang. Ya. Sudah? Dah.
Everyone should start their morning like this. It's so good for the soul.
It's almost enough to make me forget about the ominous shape in the distance.
I would be very scared to live so close to a volcano.
Daerah sini yang dekat-dekat itu enggak was-was nih kalau menurut saya. Tanyanya ya bagus ya. Istimewa di sini.
Mount Lawu has been dormant since 1885. But in 2014, another volcano erupted just 140 kilometers away.
Lupa itu. Sampai sini abunya. Dari sampai 2 cm mungkin ya di sini. Kalau dulu situ meledos, tuh sesudah itu panenan sini ya bagus.
So it really has this positive effect on farming.
Volcanic ash is rich in minerals that stimulate plant growth, making Java the most fertile of all Indonesia's islands, and giving the Majapahit Empire massive rice harvests, more than enough to feed the local population.
The last week I saw some news around a new eruption in Indonesia, and this explains a little bit something. something is terrible at the same times. We can see.
And trade with merchants from the Spice Islands, who would travel here on monsoon trade winds that blew from the east between June and September. Their boats were laden with spices like clove, nutmeg, and mace that they traded for rice. They would sail home when the winds changed direction 3 months later. These west winds brought a new set of merchants who came to Java to trade their porcelain, beads, and textiles for spices. This trade turned Java's coastline into thriving trade ports, including this, the city of Tuban.
Tuban's golden age was during the Majapahit period. It had a large community of merchants, both local and foreign, and it was also the scene of cultural transformation.
I'm searching for an iconic product born from the winds of trade. An art form that I feel a deep connection with.
Oh my goodness. Enak sekali di sini.
As a collector of traditional textiles, I'm always on the lookout for good batik.
Yes, batik.
My mother, my grandmother, and my ancestors were all wearing batik. So it's very much part of the history of other countries, and it's the history of my community.
Uzwatun Hassana is a 4th generation batik maker.
Ini alat tenun yang namanya tenun gedok karena diambil dari suaranya dok-dok. Jadi mereka, para ibu-ibu mengerjakan ini malam hari. Jadi tetangganya bunyi dok-dok tur. Di sana dok-dok tur, saut-sautan kayak irama musik.
So this is another kind of intangible aspect of weaving that nobody ever talks about. The sound of batik.
The sound of batik. Tok tok. Beautiful.
It takes over 30 steps to make a piece of gedok cloth. And it begins with spinning raw cotton into yarn.
Tempel.
Wow. She's just letting the yarn just pool itself.
Pelan-pelan lagi. Tarik.
Oh my god. It really is just happening like magic. You just touch. Well, I'm obviously not the magician.
Once the cloth is done, comes my favorite part. Drawing patterns using wax. As a scholar, I'm very interested in the designs.
Jadi motif batik ini menggambarkan dari unsur Cina, ini ada burung hong. Terus ini ada Jawa Hindu yang menggambarkan Majapahit. Terus ada juga unsur India.
Semua dicampur. Yeah. Being Peranakan and being so mixed in many ways, I love seeing all this wonderful mishmash of vibrant, dynamic patterns.
The fabric is then soaked in a bath of natural dyes before it's wrung out. A process that is repeated 30 times.
Very, very interesting. Very nice.
So this is an oxidization process, and we're starting to see the pattern.
Nenek saya itu waktu tua, itu tangannya biru. Seneng.
Ya, pertama kali saya coba. Tuban batiks are just the earliest kind of batik that we know.
There's a lot of pride in this as something so Indonesian, but there were very interesting influences going back and forth. We should be celebrating these links rather than separating all our cultures into different sort of boundaries. Religious and ethnic tolerance and its location at the center of a major trading route resulted in a blending of cultures that powered the Majapahit Empire. But it was a legendary prime minister who led the empire to its golden age in the 14th century.
This is for me the first part, so I am very happy, and I am ready to, to make the second. But this is the first, so we stop now, but we just restart, and maybe tomorrow. And I want to say thank you, and enjoy life, enjoy music, and be happy. Ciao.